Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Monday, December 30th, 2024. This is my daily vlog where each morning, each work day, I come in, turn the lights and camera, talk about what I've been doing, what I plan on doing next, and how those things are going in my endeavors to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So, I said Friday, we will have a lot to catch up on this morning, and I wasn't kidding. So, let's rewind to Friday. First things first, I guess, is that, let's start with the Friday plays. Let's start with the Friday plays. It was the Friday plays supercut. Now, you'll remember that throughout the year, we accidentally started this series. It ended up being, I think, 39 or 40 individual episodes for the course of the year. So we decided to try this experiment, put them all together into this big supercut into something I have seen other creators do, which is create this super long piece of content that pays dividends over time, and hopefully add some entertainment. So I dropped that on Friday, and we have to look at it in a couple of different ways. First it's repeats, and I don't think people are going to watch 8.5 hours on a regular basis, right? So this is how long it ended up being. So first, let's look at the views. So since Friday, it's only done about 2,100 views, which is fine for an average video, very low for Friday plays. But it's not just that people watched it, it's that how much they watched it. The other chart I want to show you is the view hours. So it's only been out 3 days, I guess. And it's off the chart in terms of 616 hours of it have been consumed, which no one has done this. Well, a couple people told me they had watched all of it, but it's akin to 77 people watching all 8.5 hours, right? It's like those people were binging the season of a series or something. So it's doing what I think we want it to do, which is create lots and lots of view time. View time equates to revenue, advertising revenue, all that kind of stuff. So it's early. It's only 3 days in, but I think that Supercut's doing what we intended, which is to wrap up the year and create something that will get lots and lots of view hours and minutes and seconds, and they all add up. Okay, so that was prepackaged from earlier in the week. So also we spoke on Friday. Every day for the last week or so, we have dropped a video about whatever my arcade has now released and teased on social that morning. And they're doing it for like a running 2 weeks here. So I had, on that morning, what was it? The Game Station Retro. That was the announcement of the combination of Bandai Namco and Capcom together in these units. That's been... you can see the popularity of different things that hit. So that thing has done since Friday 4,200 views. And there's more coming about that product. There's more coming about all this stuff. There's so much good stuff. There's so much coming out of my arcade that it's kind of taking over what I'm doing right now. I want to talk about more of that at the end of this video and some comments I've gotten. So we'll share that a little bit with you. So let's move on to Saturday. So Saturday, again, I had produced, on Friday, I tried to produce the Saturday, Sunday, Monday versions of the new My Arcade reveals. I got 2 of them done. I had to do the last one on Sunday. But the one for Saturday, not as popular, but interesting. It was called a casino player. Like it's got a slot machine arm and some stuff like that. Dropped that video first thing on Saturday morning. In 2 days, 2,900 views. Really, I thought it would be the lowest performer of recent because it's so weird and out of left field, but some interest there. So again, another 3,000 views that we got for just covering those things. And then Sunday, I had the, this was one that I produced on Friday as well that I got done. This was a Mighty Player for Pac-Man's 45th anniversary announcement. That again came out crack of dawn, 9 a.m., not crack of dawn Pacific time. And you can see just been out 2 days, 4,300 views on that thing. Even though, look, people look at another Pac-Man thing, but it gets more views than anything else, right? So, look, I think people question, well, why do they keep releasing Pac-Man over and over again? Because people are interested in it. Whether it's what are they doing now, how are they messing it up, what's the new innovation, whatever. That one's done very well. So again, it's one of the reasons we're doing these reveals every day. Then George's latest Bit by Bit, we had a discussion earlier in the week, and he's like, it's just not growing. Well, his latest one dropped on Sunday, and overnight it's done 3,300 views. So take that, George. It's growing. He seems to think the magic sauce is that Atari's in the headline. And he could be right. I think it just has to do with making a grabby thumbnail with a topic that gets you in. Because then once you get in, these bit-by-bit news articles are very entertaining, and he reads them very well. So it was cool to go, haha, they are growing, told you. I felt it. Then on Monday, I produced another first look of a My Arcade item that came out today. In fact, as I record this, it just released. What is it? I remember. Oh, it's the Outrun. The Outrun Racing Player. Yeah, we knew it was probably coming, and sure enough, so we got that tease. And then I produced, that was for this morning. We haven't talked about that yet. We will talk about that tomorrow and see how it did, but I think as an Outrun Racing Player, it'll do pretty well. So as you can see, a very busy weekend. 5-6 minutes into this, and I haven't even gotten to the stats yet. It was busy. Okay. Stats, let's talk about those. A lot of stuff going on. You expect the stats reflect it, and they do. Here's my little chart. You know, I'd like to be ideally at or above this midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 80 subscribers average over the last 7 days. Well, we're above our target now, fully above that. We just kind of squeaked over it on Friday. Almost 15,000 views, 14.9 thousand average over the last 7 with a little increase. Subscribers hit off the chart again. 163 is how much farther, another 13 off the chart there. And when we spoke on Friday, subscriber count was at 72,400 and about a half. And let's see, so since it was Friday, so we went through 72.5, 72.6, 72.7, 72.8. Now we're at 72,900 and about 3/4. 25 away from 73,000. I have to keep looking because I had a typo. I had to remember what I wrote. So I'm like, is that right? Yes. Yeah, we're just about 25 away from 73,000. Wow. Okay. Well, today's going to be much easier because I have a very focused thing to do. I need to work the My Arcade reveal for tomorrow. I know what it is. I have the images. I got to work that video, shoot and produce it, and get it ready for 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'll start work on the Wednesday edition. Thursday is going to be a bombshell, so stick in there for that. But I mean, today and tomorrow, as it gets closer to closer to CES, they're getting more and more cool and more, more anticipated, probably. Yeah, more interest. Yeah, it's going to be a big ramp up. And then I have to do some pod prep work for the edit tomorrow just to get it in line. I did some over the weekend just kind of as I was sitting around, but make sure I'm ready to hit the ground running tomorrow morning when we do that. And then finally, if I have time today, I'm not sure, I have a vintage toy that came in, and I think I can knock it out in a few hours. So if I have time, it's a stretch goal. I don't think I can get to it, but if I can, I have something on deck to add into a video every day thing. I mean, look, I'm getting something out every single day, but it'd be nice to get this other off-topic thing out at some point during this week. Maybe I'll get it, if I start it today, maybe I can trickle it and get it out. Yeah, that's good. So before I leave, I mentioned I want to talk to you. We have talked quite a bit, and I've seen 2 separate comments in different places about effectively criticizing, hey, all you're doing lately, 1 week since Monday, is just talking about these My Arcade social posts. That's all you're doing. And they're almost right. I mean, we dropped an 8-hour Friday plays. We're dropping bit by bits. We're doing live streams. But the constant everyday content, if that's what you're watching, has been all My Arcade reveals. You're right. And so I saw a post over on the main channel where someone said, how come all you're doing this is, I'm bored, do some other videos. And I responded, and I understand, it says, certainly. This is the topic right now. We'll be covering it for a couple of weeks. We have hundreds of videos for you to go enjoy that aren't brand new if you haven't seen all of those. So there's plenty of content to see. Just so happens that's what I'm producing right now. And I saw Tim here on the vlog. He posted a comment the other day that he said something that I don't think he meant it mean, but it rubbed me the wrong way. But he said, lately your work has been shovelware. If you're familiar with the concept of effectively shovelware is software that's released with no effort or quality just to get something out there, just out the door. And I don't think he necessarily meant it as a dig, but it's loaded language for me because I worked in software development and I know what shovelware is and what's behind it. And so the sentiment behind all of that, I'm not necessarily to criticize or argue with anyone, but it's just the sentiment is, hey John, we like the stuff you do. over this last week, you've been doing different stuff. It's not what you normally do. Do the thing you do that I like you do, and don't do this thing you're doing. For those who are watching, who maybe have not been keeping up with me all the way and are seeing this now, I'll re-explain what I'm doing. I'll be at CES. It's an opportunity to get firsthand exposure to some of these products and a leg up on the competition in terms of viewership, of coverage of what My Arcade's putting out, because I have such a tight relationship with My Arcade. So, it's not enough to just go to CES and drop a video. I need to convince YouTube and the viewers and the algorithm that when I talk about My Arcade, that's the video that you need to recommend to people. To do that, we train them by showing them each day all these products that are available to teach YouTube and the viewers that when you see news about My Arcade, oh, I better go see what GenXGrownUp says about it, because you know I'm going to cover it. So yes, I'm focused pretty much for about a 3-week window here at the end of the year, from Monday through till when I get back from CES, on that. You're right. But there's plenty of content to watch. My preference would be, if you're not interested in that, that could be true of any video I do. I could put out 4 or 5 videos in a row you don't care about. It's just I don't do them every day, so you feel the volume. So knowing that, again, as I told the commenter on YouTube, there are hundreds of videos I've done that you haven't watched yet if you don't like these. Or there's other stuff, I don't want to run you away, but if you don't like what I'm doing, there's plenty of stuff to see, just don't click on it. What I'm doing is not to change I'm not changing my goals or changing my focus. What's still happening right now is, like, we just came out of the holidays, or I guess we're in the end of the holidays. Remember when you started going to stores and it was all Christmas music? My Arcade and CES for me it's my Christmas season. So yeah, it's all Christmas music. Yeah, it's all My Arcade coverage. It is. But soon, this Christmas season will be over. Those things will be put away, and then we'll only hear about Mariah, Carey, and Wham periodically throughout the year. We'll only see reviews when new products drop throughout the year. Right now, we're building that ramp up in an effort to make sure that the coverage we do coming out of CES and beyond, the algorithm in YouTube knows what we're doing. So, no, I'm not changing the structure and coverage of what I do on the channel in general. This is a concerted effort and focused, targeted strategy to do regular coverage leading up to the show. I think many of you know that, and we've kind of talked about it in pieces over the last couple of weeks. But for those who maybe didn't get it, or say, what are you doing, John? Don't get it. I wanted to explain it here. An opportunity to understand. So, like usual, if you don't like the Christmas music, put in your earbuds until Christmas is over. If you don't like the My Arcade coverage, watch something else I've done until this season is over. Yeah, it's just kind of, it's the way the machine works, and it's how I'm trying to tame the beast. So, okay. That being said, it's time for me to get after it today. I have plenty to do, including some stretch goals that I won't get to, and George wants a meeting to try to do some stuff on YouTube. All that stuff I try to pack in today. To do that, I got to get started. So, thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog. If that's what you did, you already know that if you're here every day, I love you for that. Thank you for coming back day after day and sharing this time with me. Have a fantastic start to your week this Monday. Don't forget to do something good for yourself. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.